Good evening, and welcome to the Hoosier 250 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is race number 10, our season finale. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Takato Timmerman, and I am happy to present Season 4 of FR Racing's Indy Racing World Series presented by Rogue Energy. Thank you very much for joining us. We're here at Indianapolis. We got 100 laps tonight, 250 miles, and lots of racing to do. So on that note, let's get into it, and let's get started with racetrack information. So Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're located in Indianapolis, Indiana, in the USA. Opened in 1909. It's got a total length of about 2.5 miles. And for the banking, they have 4 turns. Turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's only got 9.2 degree turns with no banking on the front and back stretch. Something notable is this year was the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500. As I said at the beginning, I'll pull up the schedule anyways, but this is the final race of the season. On season 4, race number 10. Today is indeed October 15th, 2024. And we're happy to have you here tonight. Now let's take a look at our standings here, as it is the final race. So we see Ian Miller, who I believe has clinched the finale. Lucas Pintorelli is in second. He will have to defend his spot against Derek Booker. Erik Richardson not too far behind Derek Booker there. And then we got Brian McKinney, Greg Hammond in 6th, DJ Fluck in 7th, Bill Cawley II in 8th, Eric Mattingly in 9th, Mark Fish in 10th, Dale Mickelson in 11th, Gabe Rogers in 12th, Tyler Lugo-Vickery in 13th place, Lane Snow 14th, Drake Carty 14th again, Jax Milan in 16th, and Austin Johnson in 17th place. There's a couple racers you want to keep in mind tonight. Lucas Pintorelli defending 2nd place and holding on. Derek Booker chasing him down, but while also defending 3rd place from Erik Richardson. Another close one. If there's a big gap between Richardson and McKinney, if McKinney finished higher than Richardson by a lot, that'll also be something that will shake up the standings. Same deal with McKinney and Hammond. Hammond's going to have to defend hard against DJ Fluck, as that they are only separated by 4 points. Another one would be between Bill Cawley II and Eric Mattingly, only separated by 8 points there. I think that's 8 points, yeah. And then we got Mark Fish, who's only 3 points behind. And then we have a tie between 14th place of Lane Snow and Drake Carty. So those are some races to keep an eye out for. Looks like we're just wrapping up the practice session, and we will get started with a 2-minute qualifying session where they will have 2 laps or is it 5? I believe it's 5 minutes. My apologies. 5 minutes for qualifying, and where they will have 2 laps to go for a best time, or go for a qualifying time, and see who will come up on top and who will start our race for us tonight. I did want to bring up I want to bring up this graphic up real quickly. We do have a couple links in our broadcast description below for the Hurricane Helene and Milton recovery. Helene, sorry. I was struggling to pronounce that last stream, and I probably will keep on doing it again today. But Hurricane Helene and Milton caused significant damage to people in Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, and eastern Tennessee. There's actually a couple drivers and drivers' friends that were affected and directly impacted from both of these hurricanes. So we would like to, make sure they get their communities and their friends and family get the help that they need. And in order to do that, we would recommend or we would like you to donate to the hurricane relief. And below are 3 links that we use that we think are trustworthy: the Red Cross of America, World Central Kitchen, and NVOAD. So if you're interested, There is a link in the broadcast down below, and we'll also have the graphic up on the bottom left side of the stream for the whole night. Again, let's go take a look at our other league, the Wednesday Night Dash Series. They will be racing tomorrow at Kentucky Speedway. That'll be exciting. They're also wrapping up, so if you're interested in watching some more races, tune in over there tomorrow, next week, Wednesday, and then the final Wednesday of October, the night before Halloween, for some trick-or-treating. You'll be in for a pleasant treat, not a trick. Green Flag is at 10:17 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be streaming on Stadium Scene TV. So since you're watching right here, I know you can watch it tomorrow night. So tune in tomorrow night on Stadium Scene TV for some exciting racing at Kentucky Speedway tomorrow. Next week at Chicagoland Speedway. And the last race will be at Auto Club Speedway at night. So that'll be exciting. Also wanted to mention, did you know we host a monthly free GT style race on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time? If you want to work on your GT racing or prep for an iRacing official event, join the FR Racing Discord via the link in the video description and let them know you're here for the GT race. These 45 and 90-minute sprint events are broadcasted right here on Stadium Scene TV. Our next one is November 2nd. It will be a 90-minute event at Fuji. So if you're interested in getting some practice in, having some fun with some of the guys that race here on if you're interested in racing with some of the guys on our Discord from Wednesday Night Dash and the Indy Racing World Series, please go ahead and join us. We'd love to have you, and you know what they say, the more the merrier. And let's take a look at some of the things to look out for tonight's race. The Hoosier 250, laps 100, fuel window between laps 27 and 33. So we're looking at about 2 to 3 stops. Qualifying, my apologies, is 4 laps. And they are going to use the average of 1. Just interesting. We'll see how the standings shake up with that one. There will be cautions. There will be a lucky dog for those cautions. And there will be 1 green flag, white flag, and checkered flag. And the previous winner was last season by Derek Booker. So something to keep an eye out for, as we got about 5.5 minutes left before the race starts. So I have some notes to kind of, I don't know if fill in the time is the right way to put it, but about 5 minutes. Let's see if we can fill the air with some time. Last season, racing here was only 150 miles. This season, we're looking at 250 miles. We went from 60 laps to 100 laps. So that's a big change right there. Fuel savings almost always seems to play a factor here at Indianapolis Speedway. It's possible to save quite a bit of fuel, but the cost of lap time. So we'll see a lot of these drivers, and I'll keep an eye out for it. I do have on my handy-dandy timing screen on my other monitor, what lap times and what stint that most of these drivers are on for their fuel and tires. So I will keep you posted on who's on what lap and stint for their fuel and tires. It'll be interesting to see how many drivers are willing to sacrifice speed for fuel and tire efficiency. If they want to effectively save fuel, they will need to get other drivers to work together. It should be interesting. There are some teams that are in the Wednesday Night Dash crew. We actually have one of the drivers from the JM Motorsports team, Dawson Buchanan, racing with us tonight. He is one of our guest drivers. And we actually have many guest drivers tonight. So if you see some new names and some new numbers, it is because we have, I believe it was 17 cars in the lineup so far. So keep an eye out for some of the new faces and new drivers. Some of you may recognize some of these drivers from other series or from previous seasons. Last race, there were cautions on laps 20, 24, and 28. Then we went green flag all the way for the remainder of the 30 laps. So something to keep an eye out for. We'll see how the cautions and the incidents happen. Turns 2 and 4 exits will be interesting with traffic. Those are where your pass zones are, which is actually my next note. Turn 1 entry is known to bite some drivers. So we'll keep it interesting there and see how that turns out for a lot of these drivers. Because if they enter too close to the entry, they will probably have to lift as they go through the corners. But if they were going to want to gain ground at the exits of turns 2 and 4. If they don't do that, they won't have an opportunity to get around the driver in front of them. So that will be something to keep an eye out for. And if you pass on the high side in any turn, it will be tough on the exit. So something to keep an eye out for and see if a lot of these drivers take a similar line all the way through. That being said, turns 2 and 4, because of all the going into turn 1 and 3, will kind of depend on how well you do through the turns and how well you can exit turns 2 and 4. That'll be something to keep an eye out for. And we'll definitely get inside the cockpit of some of these drivers and see, if we see a close race, see how well, they're kind of going behind each other. If we see some pushing action, that'll also be kind of exciting to see. I don't think we've seen any of that so far this season, or at any other in the previous race. So that'll be interesting to keep an eye out for. And one big thing that is different compared to all the other races this season is that there are 2 fast repairs in tonight's race. So that will help a lot of the drivers. They're not the cause of the accident, but they might get caught up with the aftermath, and they have to use a fast repair because their car got wrecked and totaled. Oh, they got 2 of them. So hoping for a clean, nice, fast race tonight. But at the same time, just so you know, 2 fast repairs for all the drivers tonight instead of just 1, like we usually do. There's a whole bunch of interesting stuff in tonight's race. We had the 4 laps for qualifying and the 2 fast repairs. We only got 1 green flag, 1 white flag, and 1 checkered flag. So whoever ends in tonight's race will be the season 4 Indianapolis, the Hoosier 250 champion. And with the season champion clinched, we will see who comes up with 2nd place, 3rd place, and to follow. Looks like qualifying is over. We'll wait for all the drivers to make their way back into the pits and get ready for the race to start. On that note, this race is presented by Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy focuses on 4 product lines: Hydration, Energy, Shake, and Extreme, which is a pre-workout. They are a gaming company at heart and offer high-quality products as an alternative to traditional sugary energy drinks. Check out the product line and don't forget to use our promo code FRRacingOnline. Save 10% off using our promo code. And thank you to all the viewers who are on YouTube or Twitch or anything, anywhere. Not Twitch. I think. Anyways, thanks for watching our broadcast, and we appreciate you, and for following us for all 10 races this season. We're very happy to have you, and we're happy to put on the show and hope that you enjoy watching the race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the grid. Here's our starting grid. And first, leading us off, we got Ian Miller, the number 48 car. Second, we got Hunter Hughes in the 18 car. And third, we have Luke Fitzy in the number 56 car. Fourth place, we got Colton Gardner in the number 40 car. Fifth place, we got Tyler Lugo Vickery in the number 6 car. Sixth place, we have Erik Richardson in the number 13 car. Seventh, we have Mark Fish in the number 42 car. Eighth, we have Garrett. Oh, I'm going to mispronounce his last name. I apologize. Harnigan in the number 32 car. Let's take a look at the next page here. In ninth place, we have Lucas Puntarelli in the number 85 car. 10th, we have Greg Hammond in the number 66 car. 11th, we have Derek Booker in the number 7 car. 12th, we have DJ Fluck in the number 88 car. 13th, we have Josh Rachinsky in the number 44 car. 14th, we have Bill Molfeld in the number 911 car. 15th, we have Dawson Buchanan in the number 3 car. 16th, we have Brian McKinney in the number 8 car. 17th, we have John Hastings in the 14 car. And 18th, we have Bill Colley II in the number 31 car. Let's see if I can get Ian Miller in before we start the race here tonight. Hey Ian, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty okay.
Excited for some racing here at Indianapolis?
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes.
Oh yeah. Any plans or strategies that you'd like to share with the audience tonight?
Live.
Sounds like a good plan. Well, good luck to you tonight, and hope you have some fun.
Yeah, thank you. Hope it's a good race.
All right, take it easy. And that was Ian Miller in the number 48 car, who will be leading us off in tonight's race. As we enter turn 3, get ready for turn 4 here. Get a little bit of water in me before we start tonight's race. As we enter turn 4, exit turn 4. So you see the 48 and the 18 car. And here we go. As the pace car pulls in, and we get ready for some green flag racing. 100 laps. And here comes lap number 1. And there goes Ian Miller in the 48 car. Green flag waving. It looks like a clean entry into turn 1. Now into turn 2. Ooh, we see someone tapping the wall. Staying green. Looks like it is the number 66 car of Greg Hammond. And we see here some more wall tapping here. And looks like the number 32 car of Harnigan has tapped the wall. Ooh, lots of... Ooh, big accident, looks like. We're going to see if we can... lap 1, and we have our first caution. We're going to do a quick replay here. See if we can see what happened. On board with... We'll be with Puntarelli here. We'll do the blimp view. So maybe we can get a good action of what happened. Oh, it looks like the car behind him. I'm not sure which car that was. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty big accident right there. There's at least 3 or 4 drivers that were involved. Let me see if I can go back real quickly. Do another 20-second replay. Yeah, it was Colton Gardner, the number 40 car, and then I can't tell who that yellow car is there. Let's see if I can get closer. It will be the chase view. We'll go 30-second replay. We're on board with Colton Gardner. Oh yeah, he hit the wall hard, and then he hits the other side. And unfortunately, he clips the yellow car there. I couldn't see the number again. It looks like maybe 3 or 4 cars that were involved with that accident. Let's go back live. We're with the race leader of Ian Miller. Currently on lap 3 under caution. Let's go ahead, take a look and see if there was any shakeups in the standings. Miller still leads us off. Hughes right behind him. Fitzy in 3rd. Richardson in 4th. Quintarelli in 5th. Fluck in 6th. McKinney in 7th. Molfeld in 8th. Hastings in 9th. Colley in 10th. Harnigan was in 11th, now in 12th. Lugo Vickery is in 11th. Booker in 13th. Chinsky in 14th. Hammond in 15th. Fish 16th. Gardner 17th. And Buchanan in 18th place. With all the traffic that's here in tonight's race, all 18 cars, it'll be interesting to see how it impacts a lot of these drivers, because I believe last race we only had like 11 or 12 drivers, which not you might not think that big of a an impact on these drivers, but at the same time it's causes a lot of traffic. So we'll see if the pace car goes in here. Looks like the pace car is staying out, and we might do one more lap around. So right now, underneath the leader, we have the gap between all the cars. We don't have the interval up. I could switch it to interval so then you can see the splits between each car. But I think we'll keep it on the gap for now. We got Lugo Vickery in the pits currently. After that caution flag, we had 3 drivers that stayed out. We had Ian Miller, Hunter Hughes, and Luke Fitzy, who stayed out, and he's currently on lap 4 on their tires and fuel. Colton Gardner, who is in 17th. Let's see. Why is that the case? Why is he? Okay, there we go. Sorry. We have more drivers. I'm not sure why my timer was incorrect. So the top 10 drivers did not go into the pits. Everyone else behind them has gone into the pits. So we'll see if that affects anyone. That first lap caution out of the exit of turn 4. Looked like the number 40 car entered a little too aggressively, didn't let off in time, and unfortunately hit the wall, bounced off the inside wall, and came back out and hit some people in the field. And the pace car goes in, and we will be back to some green flag racing. And there goes Miller. We're back to some good old racing. We'll keep an eye on Fitzy. We'll get a better view of most of the field here. Looks like everyone had a clean turn 1 and 2. Going to turn 3 now. And now to turn 4. Here they go into the front stretch. So far, so good, it looks like. As simple as this track looks, there's a lot that goes into it. And, as someone who enjoys broadcasting and just spectating and watching the drivers race around the track, it looks really easy. But I know that it's tough to race out here, especially with all this traffic. Especially with how close some of these drivers race. We'll change it to the interval, and you can see the gap between all these drivers. Some drivers are a 1/10 of a second behind. Sometimes you'll see it drop down to under a 1/10 of a second, as you see between Hughes and Miller there. And they'll run 2 wide, 3 wide. And, in some courses, they'll run 4 or 5 wide into a corner. And that's just nerve-wracking. One mess up and you're going to take all 4 or 5 of you out. It's not something that I could really do. And a lot of these drivers would take a little bit of time to practice. Yes, we do have that 20-minute session before the race starts to practice. But for like most of these drivers, they do take some time either after the race, the week before, to get some lap time in, because that's the only time they kind of have to work on, finding out the lane that they want, that they like, and a fast time around the track. So it's always fun to watch kind of the strategy of some of these drivers. And just like the lanes that they take. I know in the front and back stretch they can move around, but you always want to enter a turn in the high side, go down to the apex in the middle, and then gradually go back out to the outside line. And if you're in the lead, you might want to every now and so take a swerve to get away from, get some distance between you and the car behind you, so you don't give them that slipstream. Just kind of like how the 56 car, Fitzy, took advantage of both Miller and Hughes and got up to second place. But 18 cars tonight. Lots of drivers tonight. And lots of fun racing. Ooh, we got a blinker in Ian Miller. Let's hope that his internet connection stabilizes a little bit. As we are on board with Ian Miller. Or actually, now we're with Hunter Hughes, who's currently in third place. Looks like he's running a different livery. Or a bright one. Yellow, pink, and black. Stands out very nice among all of these drivers. That neon pink there looks good. We are on lap 10 of 100. This is the Hoosier 250. I'd like to say thank you for joining us here tonight. We got a lot of racing up ahead of us. A quick highlight, 11 laps in. First lap, we had an incident at the exit of turn 4, which did call for a caution flag. But afterwards, we've been clean for the past 10 laps. As we enter into turn 4, let's go ahead and take a look around and maybe see another close race here. Got a close one between Richardson and Puntarelli. Another thing to keep an eye out for tonight is to see if any of the drivers decide to team up and work together to save some fuel, so then they can make it into a 2-stop race instead of a 3-stop race. If they're able to do that, I think we'll see some clicks being formed. Let's go ahead, go a little further back. Ooh, we hop on board with Josh Wachinski. We see him tap the wall on at the exit of turn 3. If you're a little too aggressive going into turn 1 or 3, you're gonna have to let off. And if you don't let off fast enough, you will tap the wall, and the brakes won't really do much to help you there. So we hop on board with Derek Booker, who was Season 3's champion. He's currently sitting in 9th place. Looks like he's in the group. He's in the middle of the group of 3, as he goes to take 7th place away from Brian McKinney. We got Greg Hammond, who follows right behind. We have Bill Molfeld, who's also right behind Greg Hammond. And we have Tyler Lugo Vickery, who's sitting in 12th, right behind him. And right behind him is Garrett Harnigan. Got some good racing here tonight. Such good racing that it's going to be tough trying to keep track of all the races going on. Especially while giving a lot of love to all the drivers here tonight. So bear with me here. As we're on board with John Hastings. He's currently in 14th place. Sitting about a second behind the 32 car. And we see Bill Cawley II, who's in 15th place. It's about half a second behind, about 14th of a second behind John Hastings. And then in 16th place, we have Dawson Buchanan, who's in the middle of some traffic with a lot of these drivers. And he's in the number 3 car. Let's see if we can spot him here. He is that bright yellow car. And he's a lap down, about 40 seconds behind Bill Cawley II in 15th place. And then right after him, we have Mark Fish, who's in the yellow and neon pink car in the number 40, the 42. Sorry, the Visa car, the rainbow car. After I said the 40 car, I'm like, wait a sec, that's not right. And then now in the 40 car, we have Colton Gardner, who is in 18th place. The 40 car is that neon pink and yellow car. That's right behind the 42 car there. Let's go ahead and go to the blimp view as we are back with a lead. Looks like the top 3 drivers are still going at it with Miller, Hughes, and Fitzy. Looks like Puntarelli was able to get around Richardson. Was able to actually gain a little bit of space between himself and Richardson. So Puntarelli is now chasing after Fitzy, about half a second behind. And there comes Richardson right behind. There's a pretty big gap there. I feel like you need to be at least 0.3 of a second behind the driver in front to get any kind of slipstream action. We'll see. Obviously, with the drivers up front racing hard and trying to get in front of each other, it's going to cause them to slow down a little bit, which will allow Puntarelli and Richardson to catch up. As we can see, a lot of these drivers are taking the same line, at least the top 4 drivers right now, the top 5 drivers, driving on the outside line, on the front and back stretch. It looks like Richardson's not taking as steep of a dive into the corner, unlike Puntarelli, who's borderline into the apron, but not so much, almost into the grass, almost touching the rough part of the turn, but not quite. The gap did widen to 0.6 of a second in that front stretch there before going into turns 2 and 3. Or 1 and 2, my apologies. Looking at about half a second there as Richardson slowly catching up to Puntarelli. Many of these drivers are on lap 19, about to enter lap 20 of their stint with their tires and fuel. So keep an eye out for some of these drivers to start going into the pits about the next 6 to 10 laps. The reason why I mention that is because on our things to look out for, got the fuel window between laps 27 and 33. And I don't think any of these drivers are really teaming up to... Oh, actually, we are under caution. We are under caution. Let's see what happened here. We'll go replay 30 seconds. Hop on board with Bill Molfeld. Ooh, okay, we got to go a little further back, it looks like. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, we'll go back another 30 seconds here. Let's see if we can see what happened. As we're on board with Bill Molfeld. Oh, and we see, I think that's, oh, let's see if we can slow it down a little bit. We'll go half speed, go 15 seconds back, replay it. We'll do, we'll go cockpit view. Actually, we'll go chopper view here. And we got to fill out a Mulfeld. Yeah, we see the two drivers up front. Not sure who that is. Is this... There you go. And then we see the car right behind him. I believe that's... who is that? Change it to the chase view on Mulfeld. That is a 32 car of Garrett. And unfortunately, it looks like Garrett wasn't able to slow down in time and just jumped over him. So we have some air and ran right into, I believe that's Derek Booker in the number 8 car. The number 40 car of Colton Gardner also gets involved. And there was one more driver that was potentially involved as well. I'm not quite sure who that would have been. Let's see if I can... Was it Mark Fish? Looks like Fish was able to get away with it without running into anyone. Let's see. That looks like McKinney. And who did he collide into? It looks like the number 3 car of Dawson Buchanan. And it looks like McKinney unfortunately ran into him. And then we see the 32 car jump him. And the 40 car hopefully doesn't have any much damage there. Hopefully was able to get around. Let's go ahead and go back to the live view. Hop on board with the leader here. We do have a new race leader of Josh Raczynski. So we are still under caution. But lap 20 was our second incident of the race, as we are currently on board with Chinsky in the number 44 car, who has taken the lead. We'll see when we go back under the green flag. Remember, we do have 2 fast repairs tonight. Some of these drivers may have already used one, and this was their second one. Hopefully we don't have too many of those drivers. We are on lap 22 of 100. And it looks like a lot of these drivers actually have gone into the pits. And that is why Josh Raczynski is leading, because he is currently on lap 19 on his stint, while everyone else is on 0, 1, or 2. So we'll see if Chinsky will be pitting before the caution ends. Looks like he will not be, as the caution will end right here. And we will have some green flag racing. And here we go. Chinsky with the lead through the restart zone. I'm not sure how much fuel Chinsky has saved. Will be something to keep an eye out for, as he will have to pit soon. As we see the 56 car do some swerving to prevent the 85 car of Puntarelli from getting any draft off of him. So we enter the front stretch. Top 4 drivers are really close. Fitzy's trying to join into the fray. Oh, he goes into turn 1 hot and gets onto the back of the 18 car of Hunter Hughes. He's able to stay with them. And we have 4 cars up front racing hard. And Ian Miller has taken the lead away from Josh Raczynski. Oh, are we going to go 3 wide? We almost went 3 wide into turn 3. I think we are 3 wide right there. Down to 2 wide now. It's on between Fitzy and Hughes. Let's see who's going to be able to take the win, be faster out of the turn. It looks like Hughes was faster out of the turn. And we see Ian Miller going back in, taking the inside line. Let's see if Miller's able to hold it and take it away from Hughes. Looks like Hughes was able to keep the lead position. Fitzy falls back down to third. And now we got ourselves a race, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of these cars right behind each other. We have 6 cars within a second of each other. Or we had 6 cars within a second. Now it's 4 cars. But at one point, we almost saw 3 wide into one of the turns. Got lots of good racing here tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for those. Ooh, wow. English isn't working tonight. For those of you watching, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting and tuning in to FR Racing's Indy Racing World Series, which is presented by Rogue Energy. Always appreciate you viewing and watching the race and the stream. We hope that you enjoy tonight's race. We got a good one for the season finale. 18 drivers tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 100 laps of fast, intense racing. 250 miles of action-packed more racing. It looks like Fitzy is taking the lead. The number 56 car is taking the lead, and let's see if he can make it stick. So he enters turn 4 into the front stretch, and he is in the lead. Let's see if he's able to protect it. Looks like Hughes is able to take it back. Fitzy might have a better path into the turns. No, it looks like Hughes is able to get around him. Let's see if we can see some switchback action here. And I don't think we are. Look at that. Everyone's following right behind the leader, who's trying to break away from Fitzy, prevent any slipstreaming from happening. Still on the outside line, and we are back to having 6 drivers under a second. We'll go ahead, hop on board with Lucas Pintorelli, go into the cockpit view. Then let's go ahead and follow him around the track here. Let's see how it looks like from the driver's perspective. So we see Lucas taking the inside line. Josh Richardson right in front of him, the number 44 car. He's entering lap 27 on his stint right now. As you go past where the starting line and the finish line is. Ooh, that was close. He has to let off a little bit. Ooh, taps the wall. That's going to hurt. And we see Erik Richardson in the number 13 car and Tyler Vickery get around him. Every small tap hurts real bad right here at Indianapolis Speedway. Every second counts, and with the season finale, the pressure is on. As we're back, I'm watching Josh Richardson here. And back to Luke Fitzy, who's leading the race. It looks like he's able to create a little bit of a gap and separation between himself and Hunter Hughes. Looking at about 0.3 of a second. Fitzy's having himself a nice night so far. Oh, as we see hard contact by Ian Miller into the wall. Hopefully he's not... Oh, no! Into the pits. Lucas Puntarelli and Ian Miller make contact. Looks like we are still going green flag, though. On board with Chinsky. There is now a big gap between second and third place. I think Puntarelli thought that Miller was taking a different line, was going to slipstream. Unfortunately, Miller was going to the pits, was slowing down, and had a slight incident there. Hopefully they both have some fast repairs that they can use so we can see them back on the course. And we see Miller trying to not use a tow. And the caution is out. Where is the caution happening? What happened? Was that from... I think that might have been from the Ian Miller incident, potentially. Let's see. Back another 30 seconds. And we'll be on with Ian Miller. There he is. Actually, we'll go back a little bit. We'll see where he tapped the wall hard. We'll go into the chase view with Miller. So he enters. Did he already? Oh, looks like he tapped the car there, hit the wall pretty hard. And he's just trying to make it back in. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to go half speed. And we see Puntarelli just hit him hard from the back, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure what the caution is for. We'll go back live. That was around lap 32. We'll hop on board with Luke Fitzy as he's leading us. Yeah, with a really fast race and just trying to... Oh, we see a whole bunch of drivers going to the pits. Let's see if Josh Richardson is staying out. He is on lap 31 on his tires and fuel. I'm actually surprised he stayed out. As you see the number 13 car, Richardson, Lugo Vickery, Colley, Fluck, Hastings, Fish in the pits for fresh fuel and tires. They were on lap 14, 13, or 12 of their stint with those fresh tires and fuel. Remember, the fuel window is between laps 27 and 33. Josh Richardson is currently on lap 32 of his stint. So he's cutting it pretty close. We're going to keep an eye out for him. See if he decides to go into the pits or not anytime soon. It looks like he isn't. Looks like he's staying out. On that note, I would like to say thank you for joining us for race number 10 on season number 4 of FR Racing's Indy Racing World Series, which is presented by Rogue Energy. Currently under caution after an incident on lap 32-33. Not really sure what caused it. Wasn't able to find it. Think it was the incident between Miller and Puntarelli. We're not 100% sure. We did have an incident at laps 1 and lap 20. And this is our third caution of the night. It looks like Chinsky's going in. He will be going in for fresh fuel and tires. Lap 35. So if he goes another Oh, where is he? There he goes. So if he goes another 32 laps from now, we're looking at 68, 70 laps 68 to lap 70 for him to go back into the pits. Get some fresh fuel and tires. Luke Fitzy, currently on lap 15. First, second, third, fourth place are all on lap 15 of their stint. Everyone else, Colton Gardner, also lap 15 of his stint. Garrett Harnigan is also he's not on lap 15, he's actually on lap 16 of his stint. And we'll change it from interval to the gap. As you can see here, we have a couple drivers, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, all up a lap. And Ian Miller is up 3 laps now. First through 12 are on the lead lap. I believe 13th place is also on the lead lap, but we will see once Richardson leaves the pits. As we enter turn 4, and I think we're gonna get ready for some more green flag action. Keep an eye out for the pace car. This pace car goes in. And the drivers go through the restart zone. And we got green flag action. Fitzy gets a great jump. Hughes also gets a great jump. Not as great as Fitzy's. Wasn't able to read Fitzy's mind. But still, only a 0.3 of a second behind. Not so close racing here. Going through the current standings, got our lead driver in Fitzy, Hughes in second, Booker in third, Hammond in fourth, Quintarelli in fifth, Lugo Vickery in sixth, Fluck in seventh, Hastings in eighth, Chinsky in ninth, Buchanan in 10th, Colley in 11th, Fish in 12th, McKinney in 13th, Molfeld in 14th, Gardner in 15th, Richardson 16th, Harnigan in 17th, and Miller in 18th. My apologies. Rankings just changed. Miller is now in 17th place. Oh no. Who was that? I was in the back. Looks like Buchanan. Oops, wrong way. Was caught in an accident. Where is Buchanan in my sheet? There he is. So we go under caution again, under lap 38. Let's see if we can take a look and see what happened here. Oh, who is that? We're going to change the chase cam and hop on board with Buchanan. So we can see it's the number 6 car of Tyler Lugo Vickery. Let's see if we can hop on board with him and see what happened here. So we're on board with Lugo Vickery, going half the speed right now. As we exit into out of turn 2, I think it was. Yeah, turn 1. Sorry, enter into turn 2. Looks like he came in a little hot, and unfortunately clipped the wall. Wasn't able to save it. Ooh, hit it hard. Got some air there. Unfortunately, ran into Dawson Buchanan. It looks like he might have been the only driver that got hit there. And it looks like the 40 car got very lucky there, but unfortunately can't say the same about Buchanan. Let's go ahead and go back live. As we are under caution again on lap 38. So we're back on board with Fitzy, who was leading the race. A couple of the drivers have gone into the pits for fresh tires and fuel. Oh, what happened with the number 55 car? I'm not sure why he paused there, but it looks like Hughes will be leading us off from out of the caution. And maybe Fitzy's going to make it go back to the lead. I'm not quite sure what happened there. And we may never know why the 56 car was stopped there for a little bit. But back on to the race, lap number 40. As I said at the beginning of the night, there are 2 fast repairs in tonight's race. And it looks like Lugo Vickery is back out there, back on the track. Buchanan looks like he's still in repairs. It looks like Harnigan is also in the pits. And it looks like we got more drivers going into the pits now. Looks like Richardson. There he is into the pits. I think that was Chinsky also in the pits there. Yes, that was Chinsky. Chinsky, Colley II, and Richardson have all entered the pits. Buchanan and Harnigan are also in the pits. It's a good thing we have those 2 fast repairs tonight. Lots of close racing, which with being more aggressive will lead to some incidents. We got about 60 laps to go. Have the caution on laps 1, 20, 32, and 38. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Stadium Scene TV. This is race number 10 in Season 4 of FR Racing's Indy Racing World Series, presented by Rogue Energy. Very happy to have you all here for the Hoosier 250. And we are going to go green flag here. As we start lap 42, green flag waving. 56 car leading. Puntarelli is now in second. Hunter Hugh gets a great jump off the green flag, off the restart. Let's see if the 85 car can stick it and stay in front of the 18 car. It's a close race at the restart, as always. Oh, looks like we went 3 wide into turn 3, 2 wide into turn 4. Ooh, did we have some touching there? May have had some contact. Looks like Miller is in with that race. He is 3 laps down, but he is fast. So you have no problem joining the fray there. Hopefully, maybe allowing some other drivers to draft off of him. Cause a little bit of chaos there. Looks like the 56 and the 18 car. They're going back and forth. Ooh, oh no. It looks like Lugo Vickery may have had a slight accident. We are still green. Still going green here. As we see the 56 car and the 18 car going back and forth. 85 car not too far behind. 9/10 of a second. He's going to have to work on defending behind him instead of trying to play catch-up to the cars in front. We do have Ian Miller between the two drivers there. Of the second place of Hunter Hughes and third place of Lucas Puntarelli. But the 85 car will have to play defense against Mark Fish, who's also playing defense to prevent Derek Booker in the number 7 car, our Season 3 champion here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, from going around him. It's a tedious game of offense and defense. Something to keep an eye out for. Some good racing there from all the drivers. Well, I didn't think we would have 18 drivers here tonight. To start off the race, that's a lot of cars on I guess a pretty big track, but still, you know, with all these turns and different strategies to go around the track, it's a pretty big track, but not big enough for all the drivers, I feel like. And depending on how you enter the first turn, will reveal your fate at the exit of turn 2 and 4. Currently, Fitzy is leading the race, with Hughes running right behind him. Puntarelli in 3rd, Fish in 4th, Booker in 5th, Hammond in 6th, Hastings in 7th, Fluck in 8th, Colley in 9th, McKinney in 10th, Molfeld in 11th, Gardner in 12th, Chinsky in 13th, Richardson 14th, Miller in 15th place. Switching over to the gap, we can see that Molfeld, Gardner, and Chinsky are a lap behind. Richardson 2 laps, and Miller is 3 laps. Right now, between Molfeld, Gardner, and Chinsky, they are all racing for the lucky dog if there is another caution. If not, we'll have they're just racing for 12th place then. And with racing, as this season has showed, you just never know what's going to happen, what kind of wild card will happen, which will allow for any of the drivers in the back to catch up and take the lead. We've seen some wild scenarios where we've had a driver who started off in 10th, 11th place end with the win. We've also seen drivers who started off in the lead stay in the lead and win. Something to keep an eye out for tonight's race. See if there's any shakeups. It's a close race between Puntarelli and Fish. Let's go ahead, hop on board with Fish, Mark Fish here. So Fitzy is currently sitting in the lead. Hunter Hughes about 0.2 of a second behind. Lucas looks like he's actually, it says he's 0.6 of a second behind, so he must be 2 to 3 tenths of a second behind Ian Miller, who's that 3rd car from the lead. 4th place Mark Fish sitting about 0.5 a second behind. as we hop on board with Hughes on the cockpit view. Oh, as he takes the lead. We'll hop back over to Luke Fitzy. And we're on board with Lucas, or not on board, but following Lucas Puntarelli as he takes the inside line from the 48 car of Ian Miller. Oh, as they almost make contact there. And Puntarelli's blinking. Looks like he's on the outside line. Whoa, what a sharp turn in. Big enough gap where he's able to do that. It looks like Mark Fish was able to take the lead away from the number 42 car. Blinking cars are always a little tough to race with because the slipstream is inconsistent because they kind of, I don't know if disappear is the right way to put it, but kind of disappear from your screen. We're currently on lap 53 of 100. We have two drivers that are currently on lap 32 of their stint. Those two drivers are our top two drivers. The number 18 car of Hunter Hughes and the number 56 car of Luke Fitzy. And I don't think they've been fuel saving or tire saving at all. Now that's just a hunch, but I could be wrong. Ian Miller is comfortably sitting behind the two drivers. He is currently on lap 20 on his stint. We'll keep an eye on Fitzy and Hughes and see if they decide to pit anytime soon. The key will be watching Hughes and see if he goes in, because as soon as he goes in, I bet that Fitzy will also go in. But I'm not a betting man. But if I were to wager, I'd say that's the case. That will be the plan. Oh, and we see Mark Fish enter into the fray and take second place over Luke Fitzy. Let's see if 85 car Puntarelli can get around Miller in the 45 car. 48 car. And there goes Fitzy into the pits. Oh. And we see I think that, yeah, that was Colton Gardner spinning, locking up his brakes, entering the pits. Looks like he didn't make any contact. As we're on board with Hughes. Now he knows that the driver behind him, who was in second, has pitted. Will he also go into the pits here for turn 4 after the exit of turn 4? Let's keep an eye out. And there he goes into the pits. And we have a new race leader of Mark Fish. Lucas Puntarelli now in second. About a second behind. Ian Miller in between himself and Fish. Derek Booker's in third. Remember, Derek Booker was our previous champion in season 3 when we were here. Looks like Miller's going to go to try to unlap himself. Let's see if he's able to stick it. And to turn 4 we go. It looks like Miller was able to stick it, and now he is 2 laps down. Oh, but it looks like Mark Fish may have gotten a better exit. Yes, he did. And there goes Mark Fish back to lap Colton Gardner. Looks like there's a close race for third right now between Booker and Hammond. Hammond in that darker car compared to Booker in the orange car. Another thing to keep an eye out for is the lap traffic. Lap traffic will cause a little bit of an interesting turn for a lot of these drivers. Not sure how close we are to any lap traffic. One notable lap traffic person would be Ian Miller. Usually, and when you're 3 laps down, you usually let the lead drivers go. But Ian's fighting to unlap himself and to slowly go back into the main laps. Into the main lap with the race leaders. So we take a look from the interval to the gap. We can see that Ian Miller is currently 2 laps down and fighting to get back to the lead. And I think we just saw Miller tap the wall, which gives a big opportunity for the 42 car to get in front of him and successfully stay in front out of the exit of turn 1 and stays in front for the exit of turn 2. Number 7 car has taken over 2nd place, and Puntarelli has fallen down to 3rd place. Well, the 7 car is taking the inside line and is able to overtake the 48 car of Miller. Let's see if the 85 car of Puntarelli and the 66 car of Hammond can also do the same. Oh, saw a tap there between Hammond and Puntarelli. Looks like hopefully no damage between the 2 drivers. It looked like it did frazzle Puntarelli a little bit, and Puntarelli's fallen behind a little. Puntarelli is also on lap 29 of his stint, so he will have to pit soon. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for. Derek Booker, lap 21. Mark Fish, lap 25. Greg Hammond, lap 21. Lucas, lap 29. Bill Colley II, lap 20. John Hastings and Brian McKinney, lap 21. Erik Richardson, lap 21. Ian Miller, lap 28. Puntarelli has a hit lap 30. Lap 33 is about when the fuel window closes. So we'll see if he was able to fuel save at all. We did have a caution on lap 38. We are currently on lap 62. So it's been a little bit. So we see Booker take it wide on he is in the lead. Trying to prevent any slipstream action from Mark Fish. Looks like we got a good race in the back here between 8th place and 9th place of Luke Fitzy and Hunter Hughes. Formerly our 1st and 2nd place drivers. We have a lot of action up front here. Looks like Greg Hammond was able to take the lead, or take 3rd place from from Lucas Puntarelli. Will be interesting to see if Lucas allows that to slide. It's running close for him. Lap 32 of his stint. Looking about a couple more laps. He will definitely have to pit very shortly. We're looking at lap 64. If he's able to team up with another driver, he may be able to run it till the checkered flag on lap 100. Based off the fact that we haven't seen much action when it comes to slipstreaming, I'm not sure, or for just fuel save, I don't think we're going to see that tonight. But we will see. Maybe that'll change. Lap 33 for Puntarelli. We're looking at lap 29 for Mark Fish. He is approaching that fuel window stop as well. Bill Mulfeld, lap 30. Ian Miller, lap 31. Oh! Hammond hits the wall hard, and we're going to have a caution. Caution flag is out. Let's go ahead, do a replay. We are on board with Luke. We'll hop on board with Lucas here. Yeah, we see. I couldn't see who that was. We'll go chase view. We'll go back. What number? And I want to go on to. I want to go on to. Where is he? Puntarelli. Lucas, where are you? My apologies for the frozen frame here. Oh, where did. I don't see. This is the 66 car. Oh my gosh, why do I not have this number? Where? Of Greg Hammond, yes. My apologies. We'll go backwards. Let's see if we can see the incident. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it. There we go. Oh, yikes. Hit the wall pretty hard there. And then hopefully didn't get any of the other drivers. Oh yeah, got lucky. Just a single car incident around lap 66, 65-ish. We'll go back and go live on board with a leader. Looks like our race leader. Oops, wrong button. My apologies. Why? Oh, this is not working for me right now. There we go. On board with Luke Fitzy, who is our leader right now. Booker is in second. Fish in third. Pintarelli fourth. Colley in fifth. Hastings in sixth. McKinney in seventh. Hughes in eighth. Molfeld ninth. Chinsky 10th. Fluck 11th. Richardson 12th. Hammond 13th. Miller 14th. Gardner 15th. So we can take a look. Looks like Miller is still 2 laps down. Taking a look at some of the stints. Yeah, there goes a lot of the drivers into the pits. Looks like Richardson is staying out. Fitzy is staying out. Booker staying out. Let's see, Fitzy, Booker, Fish, Puntarelli, McKinney, and Hughes is staying out. And I believe it is DJ Fluck. Nope, it is not DJ Fluck. Someone's getting the... Yeah, it looks like it's Bill Molfeld is getting the lucky dog currently. And there's another car, I think, right behind him. Looks to be the 66 car of Greg Hammond. And we are back live and in action. Lap 68 of 100. Thank you for joining us here tonight. This is race number 10, the season finale for Season 4 of iRacing's Indy Racing World Series, presented to you by Rogue Energy. Guess this would be a good time to pull up the standings. As we see, Ian Miller is currently in 14th, but has clinched the lead for the season. Lucas Pintarelli is currently in second, or for the overall point standing, but in the race he is 4th. Got to keep an eye out between him and Booker, who's currently in second. It looks like the pace car's going in, so no more looking at the standings. And we're about to go through our restart. And here we go through the restart zone. Fitzy gets a bad jump. Booker gets an awesome, amazing jump. And looks like Fitzy will cause a little bit of traffic. Fish was able to get around him. Puntarelli almost hit the back. And lots of action here to start us off on lap 69. Oh, ooh, big incident. Big incident. Another caution. Let's see if we can get a view of it. We'll do the chopper view here. We'll hop on board with Fitzy. As he gets not a great jump into turn 1 here, between turns 1 and 2. Oh, it looks like it was between Puntarelli and Fish. As we'll start. And it looks like we'll go to a chase view. And this is a great view right here from the 40 car Colton Gardner. And we see, who would that be? I think that's, yeah, Brian McKinney, unfortunately, getting caught in that incident there. And then we'll keep an eye out on Puntarelli as we change it to the far chase view. As we see a lot of cars getting involved in the aftermath, unfortunately. As we'll go back live on board with Derek Booker, who is taking the lead. Fitzy's in second. Hughes is in third. Looks like we have a driver pitting, and I believe that is Hammond. Nope, that is Brian McKinney, who's entered the pits. No, who's leaving the pits. That was Fitzy in the pits right there. Booker is taking the lead. Hughes is in second. Hastings is in third. Fitzy is in the pits, so we'll see if he comes out in fourth or not. And it looks like, I believe that was Hammond, who's getting the lucky dog. That was an unfortunate incident to have happen with all the close racing that we've had tonight. Started off with Fish and Puntarelli at the beginning of lap 69. Most of these drivers are currently on lap 4 and 5 of their tires and fuel. There's a couple drivers at 0. So we'll see we'll see how the remainder of this race goes. We do have 29 laps left, with the lead driver of Derek Booker and Hunter Hughes looking at lap 4. Let's say another 26 laps from now would be lap 97. I think they're going to be able to make it on one tank unless they get very aggressive at the end. Then we're talking about of them needing to stop for more fuel. I believe we've got one more lap around the track before we get started with the green flag. See a couple drivers entering the pits again. See, looks like DJ Fluck, Bill Colley the second. Looks like it's just them two currently entering the pits. And I believe Colton Gardner as well. I know we're on lap 72, but I also want to I would like to mention, our donation that's going on. It's not our donations, but some of the donation sites that we have for the Hurricane Helene and Milton disaster relief. Please see the broadcast description for links for donations to the Red Cross, World Central Kitchen, and NVOAD. They'll be very grateful if you could donate a little bit. We do have a couple drivers and friends and family of the drivers that were directly impacted from both hurricanes. Your support will be greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for joining us for race number 10. We are currently on lap 72 of 100 under caution. We've had incidents and cautions on laps 1, 20, 32, 38, 65, and 69. We're currently under caution for the 6th time tonight. We got lap 72 of 100. Got 28 laps remaining. Pace car has gone in, and Derek Booker will lead us off for the green flag. You see the green flag waving there. Booker gets a great jump off of the green flag, and the race is back on. In the lead, we have Booker, 2nd, Hunter Hughes, 3rd, Hastings, 4th, Mulfeld, 5th, Fitzy, 6th, McKinney, 7th, Hammond, 8th, Cully, 9th, Richardson, 10th, Puntarelli, Fish, 11th, Chinsky, 12th, 13th is DJ Fluck, 14th, Miller, and 15th is Gardner. So we're all on board with Hastings here. It looks like Fitzy is back in the pits and close race from a lot of the drivers. Lap 74 of 100 going into turn 3. Here we go into the exit of turn 4. The exits are where the driver, it'll make or break a driver. Having a great exit is crucial in passing any driver in front of you and also defending your position. And of course, with every good exit comes a great entry. If you can't enter into the turn stable, ooh, as we see, I think that's the 13 car of Erik Richardson who has hit the wall. Looks like he's able to continue, so we will continue green flag racing. As you see the number 7 car take over the lead from Hunter Hughes. Hastings just watching it unfold right in front of him. Looks like we have Ian Miller right behind the third place car. It's a good race between the top 2 cars. Getting aggressive as we are on the final quarter of the race. Lap 76. Ooh, we see hard contact by Ian Miller into the wall there. Looks like his car is okay. Hopefully the alignment's not too bad. And he can keep his car on the track. Looks like he's a whole 10 miles per hour slower than a lot of the other drivers, so he will hopefully be able to continue racing. Oh, and we see Hastings take an interesting line. He stayed on the inside part, entering into turn 4 or into turn 2. I don't think I've seen that yet. And I wouldn't say that's the best way to enter into a turn, but and it looks like it might have been the case where it wasn't the best, as the gap has widened to 7/10 of a second between 2nd and 3rd place of Booker and Hastings. We got a great race between 1st and 2nd place here. Lap 78 of 100. Looking at lap 11 for these 2 drivers. 10 laps for Hastings for their stint. Mulfeld is also on lap 11. Lap 13 for Greg Hammond. And lap 10 for Ian Miller. So we see Hughes take it way into the inside to try to break up the slipstream from Booker. As we enter into the front stretch. Lap 78 of 100. It looks like Hastings is back in with them. He is one lap fresher than the top two drivers. Let's see if that affects Abel's. Oh, wow. Must be getting late. We'll see if that affects his driving and affects him being better than the top two drivers when it comes to tire wear and fuel management. Approaching the turn 4. It looks like a good race so far. It looks like Molfeld's right behind Hastings, about half a second behind. So we got a good race brewing here. As we swap the ticker on the side there to the gap, we can see 8th place, 9th place, 7th place, 8th place, 9th place, 10th, 11th, and 12th place are all up a lap. 13th place, Richardson is up 2 laps, and Miller, 14th place, is up 3 laps. So 8th place, 9th place, 8th place through 12th place is fighting for a lucky dog position, and also 8th place to hopefully get back onto the main lap. Lap 81 of 100. Got some great action from the top 4 drivers. Bill Molfeld in 4th place, John Hastings in 3rd place, Derek Booker in 2nd, and Hunter Hughes in 1st. Brian McKinney is about 2.5 seconds behind. Getting chased down by Bill Cawley II, who sits about 7/10 of a second behind, and Greg Hammond, who's right behind him. Seeing a lot of smoke from the exit of the pit lane, but it looks like it's nothing to be reported there. See the number 44 car, Joshua Chinsky, riding on the back of what it looks like Bill Molfeld. Lots of close racing here. We'll see if Chinsky tries to go around him, which I don't think he will. But he's also trying to take back a lap, so we'll keep an eye out for that. That note, let's go ahead, hop on board with Bill Molfeld in the cockpit view, and watch the race for the top 4 unfold in front. Remember, Bill Molfeld's in 4th place. Hastings in 3rd place, Booker in 2nd, and Hughes in 1st. So with the pits and all that in consideration, Hunter Hughes is in lap 18 of his stint. Derek Booker is lap 18 of his stint. Bill Molfeld is also lap 18 of his stint. John Hastings is on lap 17 of his stint. Brian McKinney is on lap 15 of his stint. Bill Cawley II is on lap 13. Something to keep an eye out for and see if it affects any of the drivers. As we see Molfeld catch up to 3rd place Hastings. think that's Chinsky there taking over from Molfeld, trying to unlap himself, it looks like. He shifts all the way down fourth around the corners, it looks like. Let's see if he downshifts here. Nope, it looks like he's gonna... Ooh, there's a caution out. Looks like it might have been Mark Fish here. We'll go under TV2, go replay, go to chase cam, actually. Let's see if we can see what happened. We're on board with Mark Fish. Oh, he hit the wall hard. And he unfortunately... Oh, he didn't bounce back into the... Oh, he's pretty close. And it looks like because of that, we are under caution. Lap 87, we got about 13 more laps to go. We do have 2 fast repairs, but there's been a couple cautions tonight. 7 in total to be for the full count of how many cautions. As we see a lot of these drivers go into the pits. Chinsky's going to stay out. Let's see who else stays out here. So you see Hughes. Looks like Molfeld stayed out. He's going to take the risk here. Lap 21 of his stint. Chinsky's going to go for the lucky dog. So it looks like Molfeld, Colley the second, and Chinsky, who's currently getting his lucky dog, all stayed out. Who else has stayed out? Looks like Puntarelli, Fluck, Fitzy, Richardson have also stayed out. So we'll see how Molfeld does with 21 laps on his tires, with 12 laps remaining. He's going to cut it pretty close. If we're looking at a fuel window of 33, if he's was able to fuel save it all tonight, or for the last 21 laps. As we're looking at third place, John Hastings with fresh tires and fuel. Derek Booker, fresh tires, fresh fuel. Brian McKinney and Hunter Hughes, all with the fresh tires and fresh fuel. Or enough fuel to not have to worry about saving in this last 12 laps sprint. Bill Colley second, who's currently in second place, is currently sitting on lap 16 on his tires. The nice thing for both Molfeld and Colley is that they have was it third place, fourth place, fifth place. All of them have some fighting to do to get back up to the top 2. So if they can protect themselves in these final 12 laps, they will have a chance in keeping their position. So we have the lap traffic of, looks like, I think it's Puntarelli. Yes, it's Lucas Puntarelli, DJ Fluck, Luke Fitzy, Erik Richardson, and I believe that's it. And Ian Miller as well, as he joins back with the group. Nope, not Ian Miller. But they will have to be fighting for a spot back and have to drive through lap traffic. And I don't know if the lap traffic's going to let them just take their spot, because they are fighting to get back into the main lap. So let's see, let's pay attention to see what happens here. As Bill Molfeld leads. Last 10 laps. Here comes the final sprint. As we will watch the pace car go into the pits here. And here we go through the restart zone. Let's see if Molfeld can get a great jump out of here as he enters the restart zone. And there we go. Green flag racing. Molfeld in first. Colley the second. Hastings in third. But a second gap separates second and third place. Colley the second. Oh, and we have big accident. Lap 90. Looks like a pretty big incident between... Oh, who was that? Was that McKinney? We'll go into the replay. So we enter turn 2. Oh, it was between Chinsky and Derek Booker. So we see it looks like Chinsky unfortunately got caught, and then Booker was McKinney was unfortunately thrown into the air there. We'll go back on board with Chinsky here. Looks like Chinsky got away pretty unscathed, luckily for him. Can't say the same for both of those drivers on the right there. The 18 car of Hunter Hughes also got lucky there. Was able to get away with not running into anyone. We'll go ahead, go back live. Currently on lap 91. We'll hop on board with Bill Molfeld. So I don't see the safety car or the pace car here. Oh, well, that was caution number 8 of the night. I hope we don't finish under caution. I don't think we will. But I'm not sure when the cutoff is for no more cautions. And I do not see a pace car out. Looks like Bill Colley II is going into the pits. He's on lap 19 of his stint. But I'm a little surprised with 9 laps to go that he goes in. Molfeld will be on the oldest set of tires out of the whole field at lap 25 of his stint. Hastings is right behind him. There is no more lap traffic separating Bill and John. Chinsky is in third. And Hughes is in fourth. So we'll keep it. There's the pace car. Looks like Hammond will be... Is that Hammond in the front there? Yes, it looks like Hammond will be leading us off from the race. He's currently 4 laps up, but he will be leading us from the restart zone. Greg Hammond is currently on lap 1 of his tires. We'll see if he veers off to the side to let the front runners go. Actually, there goes Hammond. He will take a lucky dog. And we will get to see a 6-lap sprint once a green flag is waving. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight on Stadium Seating TV. This is race number 10, the season finale of FR Racing's Indy Racing World Series, presented by Rogue Energy. Had a very exciting night of racing, lots of close racing, and you know what happens with close racing. Some incidents happen. And that is what we are under right now, under a caution due to an incident. Here we go, entering turn 3 and turn 4. And then I think we'll be back to green flag racing after this lap, after the pace car. Once we get to the front stretch and the pace car goes in. If the pace car doesn't go in, then we're in for one more lap. We're going to see a lot more aggressive racing from these drivers as we are down to our final few laps. There goes the pace car, and here we go to the restart zone. And Mulfeld leads us off. Green flag. Mulfeld gets a great jump. Hastings right behind him, though, with Chinsky and Hunter Hughes. Let's see if Mulfeld can protect his position. It's going to be close racing all the way around. Looks like Chinsky has gone out to the outside, or to the inside. Has taken the lead away from Mulfeld. We see the 31 car of Colley II tap the wall there. Chinsky not taking any chances, stays on the inside, preventing Mulfeld from getting any kind of slipstream. Here comes Hastings behind him. And right behind Hastings is Hunter Hughes. Here we go, lap 95 of 100. Got real close racing all the way through. We'll start seeing some elbows being spread out, bumping each other. Oh! Big incident between Luke Fitzy and Derek Booker in the back. No caution. There we are under caution. So we'll go ahead and hit the replay and see if we can see what happened here. So you're on board with Derek Booker here. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm not sure who. It looks like, I think it was Luke Fitzy who hit him, unfortunately. I will go back to the beginning of the incident here. As Fitzy takes the inside and unfortunately just couldn't save it. And unfortunately that took out another driver. I'm not sure who that is in the yellow car there. I think that might be Richardson. That is Richardson. And we'll go back live with Chinsky. And we'll go back to camera view here. Lap 96, 5 laps to go. We are under caution. And lots of incidents in tonight's race. Looking at Chinsky leading us off from the caution with Mulfeld in second, Hughes in third, Hastings in fourth, Colley the second and fifth, Puntarelli in sixth, Booker in seventh, Fluck in eighth, Fitzy in ninth, Hammond in 10th. As we see, I believe that was Hammond right there, taking his lucky dog. Richardson is in the pits in 11th, Miller in 12th, McKinney in 13th in the pits, and Fish in 14th, and also in the pits. And in the broadcast booth, we have Erik Richardson. Hey, Erik.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
My race is going to be done here, so figured come jump in and watch the last few laps with you.
Awesome.
It'll be a fun little shootout here.
Oh yeah. How did the track feel tonight?
It was good. Cars get pretty dirty in the draft, but it was a lot of fun.
That's good. Unlike last season where we only had 3 cautions, we are 3 times the amount of cautions tonight. Is that just due to a lot of aggressive driving by a lot of these drivers tonight?
No, a lot of it's just that dirty air.
Okay.
This is probably one of the worst tracks for it. You get that aero push and it just pushes you way up to the wall.
Yeah, I think we just saw that with the most recent caution. And I think we also saw that with Chinsky earlier. He just got a little sucked into another driver. But lots of good racing, though, tonight. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be going green here with 2 to go.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
So definitely be a lot of fun to watch the leaders here. We'll see who times that move.
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to have a shakeup in the final standings for the season points with tonight's race.
Yeah, Ian Miller had clinched coming into the race. He was going to be the season champion no matter what happened, but that second, third, fourth, and several spots throughout were going to be a close battle.
Oh, yeah, because we have Puntarelli in second and Booker in third, and you're in fourth. And you guys are all pretty close there. And then we have DJ in seventh, Collie in eighth, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the final points goes, and that'll be posted tomorrow on Instagram.
Yeah, it'll end up tonight or tomorrow.
All right. Well, if you're interested in the final point standings for the season, tune in to our Instagram and see who ends up in what position. And here we go.
Now
Pace
here
car
goes
goes
Pace
in.
car.
Final 2 laps.
Final 2 laps of the season. We see Chinsky. He's going to do the worm.
Oh, yeah. Molfeld on some old tires. Lap 32 of his tires. See if he can hold on.
If they want to have a shot at the win here, they need to get that sorted out here real quick.
We're going to see a lot of aggressive driving here. Just trying to go for it. Chinsky staying on the inside part of the track, avoiding any slipstream from the drivers behind him. We see Hunter Hughes.
Still side by side.
There goes Hunter Hughes. Molfeld now down to third. Hughes up to second. Hastings right behind Molfeld. Collie the second right behind Hastings. And we have the white flag waving. Final lap.
I'm not sure if Hughes quite has draft and going to be close enough here. He's going to have to just send it in turn 3.
Oh, yeah. There goes Hughes. I think, let's see, the exit. Looks like Chinsky had a great exit there. It's close, but looks like Chinsky will take the lead and win. Hunter Hughes in second. Molfeld in third. Was able to keep it. And that's our top 3. So we wait for all the other drivers to get their, go through the start-finish line. We'll wait for the final results to come in. Our unofficial final results, looks like they are in. So our final results are Joshua Chinsky in first, Hunter Hughes second, Bill Molfeld third, Bill Collie the second, fourth, John Hastings fifth, Lucas Puntarelli sixth, Derek Booker seventh, Luke Fitzy eighth, DJ Fluck ninth, Greg Hammond 10th. Erik Richardson, 11th. Ian Miller in 12th. Brian McKinney, 13th. Mark Fish, 14th. Colton Gardner, 15th. Tyler Lugo Vickery, 16th. Dawson Buchanan, 17th. And Garrett Harnigan in 18th. And those are our final results. and we'll leave it on the top 10 list there on the stream. And we'll see if we can get Bill Molfeld, Hunter Hughes, and Josh Rutinsky into the broadcast booth. I see Bill. I'm going to drag him in here. Hey, Bill, do you have a copy? This is the broadcast booth.
I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Congratulations on finishing third place tonight.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a great race. I had a little bit of trouble from the in the beginning, but I was able to make the lap up, and I worked on saving the tires. 3 was difficult for me tonight. It pushed all night, but all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's good. What was your race strategy coming into tonight's race?
Saving tires all day today. I ran AI races and just saving the tires.
Well, it looked like it worked out for you. On that last part, you were 33 laps into your stint, and we were kind of keeping an eye out for you the last 2 laps because we saw Chinsky, Hunter Hughes, and Bill slowly catching up, and we were like, I was wondering how the tire situation was going for those last 2 laps.
Yeah, I had to back off just a little bit sooner, probably the last 5, but the cautions kind of helped out a little bit also. But all in all, I think the tires held up well tonight.
Yes, it looked like they did. Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, the Garza Law Firm. I'd like to thank them for their continued support and sponsorship, and they keep me going.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on third place tonight. It was awesome driving by you tonight. And I guess when will we see you next time? Will you be you racing Wednesday Night Dash, correct?
Correct. I race on Wednesday nights also.
Awesome. Well, for the viewers who will be tuning in to Wednesday Night Dash, they will see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. And again, thank you all for letting me race with you. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Of course. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Hunter, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
How what was your race plan going into tonight?
You know, it was really a lot of just saving. You know, that's typically how these Indianapolis races go, where you're just saving fuel, saving tires, save until the last, like 15, 20 laps, and then it's just go, go, go. And that was kind of my plan. I was a little worried there in the middle. I kind of I think I played the pit strategy a bit wrong, but I was able to catch a bunch of cautions there, and it was able to save me, but I was able to make a pretty strong run in the end.
Yeah. Looks like it worked out for you. 12 laps into after your final pit stop, had some good tires, was able to get around Bill there and clinch second place. Pretty nice. How did it feel on the track tonight for you?
It felt really good. I love this car and track combo. I mean, this is IndyCar. This is what the sport is for, and it's just amazing. A couple weeks ago, we ran Wednesday Night Dash at Indianapolis, and NASCAR stock cars on Indianapolis are fun sometimes, but there's nothing that beats just a good old classic IndyCar around here.
Oh yeah. Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, I'd just like to give a shout out to my team, SMR. Colton unfortunately got involved in a couple incidents tonight, and after he decided to retire his car, he jumped in the spotter booth and was helping me and guide me through the last couple of laps.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you.
And will we see you tomorrow night on Wednesday Night Dash?
Yes, you will.
Awesome. Well, to the viewers that will tune in, we'll see you tomorrow, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great night. And then, oops, hold on. Let me pull up the final results as I put that away. And Josh Rutinsky, congratulations on first place.
Thank you.
How did it feel tonight? We saw you kind of moving around the whole field tonight, going from pretty far down all the way up to the top where you finished.
Yeah, it was just a mess, honestly, for me. So game plan going into the race was two-stop strategy. Needed to get 35 laps on two tanks, and then just go full blast all the way to the end. But that entire strategy got screwed up when I went in pit with 1 lap left to go, and in my moronic self didn't realize that it was a closed pit. So had a 40-second stop and go. Then we went green, yellow came out, wasn't able to serve that, and so it put me a lap down almost all the way until like lap 80 something, and I didn't think I had a chance after like lap 40. So, but it just shows you that's what racing is. The back and forth ebb and flow. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some.
Oh yeah, yeah. Congratulations on finishing and just staying in there. What was your race plan going into tonight?
Save. Just try and stay out of all of the chaos, which somehow managed to do, minus getting myself into that mess. I did end up late run, got involved in that crash, trying to slow down, let everybody else figure that out, and I had somebody dive down to my inside to get around it and took away my escape route, and so I ended up getting involved in the crash. But otherwise, yeah, the game plan was save and just try and stick with the strategy, no matter what it took.
Awesome. Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
I'd like to thank my team, SRT. You guys have always been there for me through the last season of this, and I appreciated being a guest driver here. And for the guys who are watching back at home, appreciate you tuning in. And we'll see maybe about joining for the next season.
Oh, that'll be exciting. Be good to have you. Are you racing in Wednesday Night Dash?
I am not.
Okay, so we'll see you. I don't know when we'll see you next time. I guess here at Seeding Scene. Hopefully soon. Hopefully see you soon for one of our series. But
Yep.
Congratulations on your win tonight. Well fought win, I'd say.
Thank you.
With all the chaos and all the cautions.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it. It was a hard one. Erik, DJ, thank you guys for all that you put into this league to make it happen for these guys. It was fun running last season. Fortunately, it didn't work out this season for me to run a full one, but it was always fun running the races, and I hope to be part of it again soon.
Oh,
Yeah, pleasure to have you, and enjoy everybody that comes out.
hope to see you soon. Have a good night, Joshua.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Hey, you too. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, and now we have Ian Miller, our season champion for season 4. You got a copy, Ian?
Yes, I do.
How's tonight's race? I know it was a little chaotic and probably not the finish you're looking for, but you clinched before tonight's race, so
Yeah. And so I was able to go into this, pretty relaxed and just enjoy myself. And so I did.
looked like
just,
yeah.
looks like I had pace out there, but it was just,
Yeah, it looks like you got caught in a couple unlucky situations in tonight's race.
really only the one, like the contact with Derek, which broke some suspension in the rear and got a meatball as I was passing the pits. And so I thought I'd let everyone by, but the back end just kind of let go and got me across the track and right into the path of someone. I don't recall who. Yeah. And then trying to limp the car so I didn't have to tow overheated. So, yay.
Oh.
But yep, and then from there it was a race. We drove in circles. It was fun.
Well, glad you had fun. Congratulations on winning the season. How did the season feel for you?
I mean, it felt really good. It seemed like I consistently had good pace. There was, a lot of time when people were complaining about traffic and wash, I seemed to still remain tucked up right under people. And obviously running away with the two road courses certainly helps establish me. There were certainly a lot of missed opportunities for wins through the first half of the season. But I guess, when the result is that you come out on top, you can't complain too much about it.
Sounds like you're saying that we should take away more road courses then.
I mean, I was thinking the opposite. I mean, why not run Nordschleife in IndyCar? That can't go bad.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see what Erik has to say about that.
Yeah, we'll be probably debuting a tentative schedule here within the next few days. Ian, I gotta say, congratulations on the season. It was great racing with you and put on a clinic, I think, a little bit.
Hey, that's high praise coming from someone who has a lot more experience with this than I do.
You definitely put together a fantastic season. It showed between the road courses and just the experience on the ovals. You wouldn't believe that you just joined into the ovals here just in the last year or so.
Yeah, I think getting to learn around a bunch of really aggressive but super clean drivers is really helpful with learning how to race these things. So.
Yeah, it was I would say from the broadcasting perspective, it's been a lot of fun just watching everyone race, and season 4, I'd say pretty successful with just everyone and just having a calm and honestly a great group of guys to race around. It's been really fun watching everyone race, and especially the last couple laps. It's always aggressive, last 10 laps or last 5 laps. It's always fun to watch everyone go head to head. So thanks for putting on a great racing to everyone who drove the season, and we hope to see you in season 5. Anyone you'd like to thank for the season in general, Ian Miller?
Yes, I would love to thank my beautiful fiance, who will be my beautiful wife in 3.5 days now.
Woo!
Getting married on Saturday, so very excited for that. So it's good to come away with a season win, and then just go right into best celebration of my life. So I'd like to thank her and yeah, for letting me waste my evenings like this.
You know what?
Congratulations on both fronts.
Oh yeah. Just remember, happy wife, happy life.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get off here, and you all have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, you as well. Take care, Ian. Congratulations on winning the season, and a great job tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Kenley.
All right, Erik, you have any announcements before we close up the season for the year?
It was just a lot of fun racing with everybody through the course of season 3 and season 4. We'll have some fun stuff coming up. Tentative schedule release, it's always subject to change because, sometimes iRacing will take away setups or something will change, but hopefully have that released here and give drivers a little sneak peek of what may be coming out. And FR Racing will be getting some other things ready for the new year and maybe a little surprise announcement for a little mini series coming up.
That'll be exciting. For those of you who would like to see the final results for season 4, please take a look at FR Racing Online on Instagram. We'll be posting the final season results there either tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And then for any other updates with tentative scheduling for season 5 and the mini series that Erik hinted about, please follow our Instagram and turn on notifications so then you'll be up to date with any new information or announcements that we make on Instagram. I think we'll end it here. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight on Stadium Scene TV. This was Season 4 of FR Racing's Indy Racing World Series, presented by Rogue Energy. Stay tuned tomorrow night for Wednesday Night Dash. It is race number 7 of 10 at Kentucky Speedway. It'll be a lot of fun, so tune in there and cheer on the rest of the drivers for their final 3 races of the season. And one more shout out before we hop off the air tonight. If you could donate to Hurricane Helene and Milton to the disaster relief, we have links in our description down below. We have links to the Red Cross, World Central Kitchen, and NVOAD. So if you could donate, that'd be very much appreciated, as we have drivers and drivers' friends and families that were directly involved, directly impacted from both hurricanes. On that note, this is an end to Season 4. Thank you very much for tuning in to all 10 races this season. We appreciate you. We're happy to be able to host this, and we hope to see you next season. Stay tuned and have a great night. Thank you very much.